stealth me, i.e., remove the condom without my knowledge.
I'm so sorry, sad face.
Stole all the blankets on a cold night.
I am the blanket stealer by accident. I roll over and they just come with me.
Read hentai on his phone while being given a blowjob. Have sex with me while crying. Guilt and force me into doing anal.
I am so sorry someone did all this fucked up shit to you. I hope you are so far away from this person and sex is pure pleasure for you now, heart.
He whined and complained about me refusing to have sex without a condom, then stealed me and grinned like he was so proud of himself because I didn't notice until he told me.
I had a similar circumstance and I'm sorry you went through that.
We were standing and kissing. He started to shove my head down. I resisted, pushing my head back up. And then he just shoved it down more instead of taking it as an obvious sign that I didn't want to. This is the same guy that told me that he supports Me Too, and has given his son a lesson on how no means no, because he takes it so seriously. He also jerked off after I declined a BJ on our first date. When he came, he got some on his finger and shoved it in my mouth. Because that's totally what I wanted, right? Eye roll. Dude sucked and has no idea how to treat women. The problem with Me Too, and the no means no, is that a lot of guys will think purely logically about this, and take no as a safe word. If you don't say no clearly, it means that you may actually want it, and every sign that would put the doubt is a yes because you don't say no. Sadly, yeah. This man should have learned from your reactions and stop his behavior. If he didn't, he's mostly bad at how to be with a woman.
Honestly, just begging for sex after I've already said no, guilt tripping and shit.
Had an ex who would do this, guilt trip me and make me feel horrible for not wanting to have sex. Because I was young, I would give in and then feel bad about myself afterwards. Took me years to realize this was abusive behavior, and when I told another ex about it, he used it against me and told me that I must have really loved my abuse ex to do shit for him, even if I didn't want to, and why couldn't I do the same thing for him?
Had a friend rape me while I was passed out drunk. Woke up to him finishing in me. He blocked me on all platforms after. I ended up pregnant and thankfully had a miscarriage. The whole situation was messed up.
My stomach turned while reading this. I'm so sorry you went through this.
Ripped my tampon out, then took the condom off and tried to stick his dick in my ass. I did not want to get with this man at all. I was hanging with him for my friend to get with his friend, and he was really drunk and really strong. I struggled to stop him.
I am so sorry this happened to you.
1. Not even asking, just shoving it in, anal. 2. Turning me down constantly for sex, and then he would masturbate while I was gone. 3. I'd wake up and he'd be looking at nude photos or porn on his phone. 4. We were having sex and a flash went off. He didn't even ask if it was okay if he could take pictures. Yes, this is all the same guy. I have no clue why I stayed as long as I did.
Just glad it's in the past. Congrats on leaving the pos.
Weird how so many responses are just straight up assault or rape. So I'll chime in with an inconsiderate but ultimately harmless episode. Dude was surprised I asked for a condom, so he just got up, got dressed, and said he'd forgotten. He told his friends he'd play League of Legends with them.
That sounds like you dodged a bullet. Won't wear a condom and plays League? I'm sorry, but that guy sounds like an asshole. Sorry you had to deal with that. Sounds unpleasant AF.
I won't mention the worst thing I've been through, but one thing I hated was that he refused to manicure his nails properly and then expected me to let him put his sharp nails inside me. I told him no, he kept pushing, so he did it, and within the next 10 minutes I was in so much pain trying to pee that I was crying. It hurt from my abdomen all the way through my stomach and into my chest. That's how badly he carved me inwardly. So, guys, please practice proper hygiene for the love of God. Especially if you're gonna touch her lady bits.
And also take notes on the part about, if she says it hurt, it fucking hurts. And if she didn't want it to hurt, stop doing it. And highlight and underline your notes on the, if she says no, stop whatever you are doing, immediately, part.
When I was dating this guy, I would spend the night at his house because I still lived with my family at the time. I didn't want to have sex one day, so he just whipped out his phone, turned on porn and started masturbating right beside me. It was uncomfortable because he obviously had an attitude and was doing it aggressively. It felt like he was doing it to spite me or make me feel bad. It made me really uncomfortable and I looked at him differently after that.
Oh god, this made me cringe. I am so sorry you had to experience this. Hope you are okay, X.
I was 16 plus, and he was 24 plus that time. After getting into relationship when I met my ex second time. We kissed, cuddled. He took off my shirt. I was okay until then, but I wasn't ready to have sex. He forced me, tied up my body, held my hands, then took off my pants and panties. I was begging, crying, trembling, but he didn't listen. I screamed and he pressed my face to a pillow. When he was so close to insert his dick inside me, I was like, no, I can't let it happen. I pushed him so hard ND accidentally hit his nose. He got numb for few minutes. CZ, it hurts on nose. Within few minutes his friends came there, so I felt safe. Later he apologized and we were together for 1 year. Yes. I was naive and stupid.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That asshole deserves to rot in jail. I hope you're doing better now.
Keep asking for threesomes even though I kept saying no and then getting mad because I didn't love him enough to try new things. Okay, hand light skin tone, told him I'll go for a threesome with 2 men, but then he got mad at me because that would be cheating. Woman shrugging, light skin tone, woman facepalming, light skin tone.
He is such an idiot.
I said to stop repeatedly because it was hurting me. He got frustrated, pushed my face down into a pillow, and kept going until he finished. Then patted my butt and said, God, you're so tight. Edit. I didn't think this would blow up like this. Thank you for all the love. This had happened a long time ago. To my embarrassment, I did stay with him afterwards, but that was the last time we had sex. I had a lot of so-called friends that defended him by saying, it's not rape if it's your boyfriend, or, he's just passionate, or, I thought you liked it like that. I struggled with it for years, thinking I was somehow to blame or that something was wrong with my body. But I'm happy to report that I have better friends and a loving relationship with an amazing man and couldn't be happier. Thank you all.
Fuck, I'm speechless and disgusted. Hope you got out of there and are in a better place now. Sending you the best vibes.
After having sex, he said, you know, you would pretty much be a 10 if you got implants and went up to a D cup. Fuck you, MB.
Gosh, that dude has a problem with his mind.
Flat out raped me in front of 2 of our male friends. Then all 3 of them peeled out in my car. Assholes. Edited. Grammar. Sigh.
Hugs, I hope they ride off a cliff.
When me and my man, I'm 23, he's 24, we have a 2-year-old son together, have sex, it's never about making both of us feel good. It's always about him and never tries to get me off. Or me always giving oral and never receiving. He tells me doesn't like it anymore since he watched me give birth. It's been this way since our son was born. I've talked to him about it and sometimes he's rude ASF about it. Upside down face.
There was a post on here where a woman made a rule that her partners wouldn't orgasm again until she did. So they came and she wouldn't make them come again before they put in the effort to make her come. Apparently, she never had an issue with unattentive lovers ever again.
Eating in my bedroom without a plate. To make it worse, he dusted the crumbs that was on the table onto the floor.
That's pretty inconsiderate. Also not too bad given what a lot of other ladies are saying. Perspective is a wonderful thing.
Came on my face without asking. I flipped the fuck out.
I would kick him out without his clothes.